Hi, my name is Newell Davis with World Composting, and today I'm going to do an update of my Vermibag Max. So this is the large one, or I think they make a new one now, Mammoth, but this is one of the larger bins, or bag systems I should say, from Vermibag, and I have to say it's worked really well. It's one of my go-to bins along with my urban worm bag. I don't really throw stuff in my bins anymore. The bags have really sort of taken over my system, and because of the way you can just keep throwing stuff in them, and you just have to make sure that they're wet, and if they get too wet, you throw more cardboard in them. Or, more of a bedding material if you're not using cardboard. And I've found it to work really well, and as far as maintaining these, and they're just incredibly easy to use. So I keep going back to these systems, even though I do have my bins that I still have around the house. I have to constantly check on them and maintain them as I've switched to these bag systems fully. So let's take a look at how the Vermibag Max is doing and see how it's been holding up. All right, so here is the Vermibag Max, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open this up. And we're going to open it up fully. Throw it over the back here. So I have some coffee grounds in here. Nothing up here really. Oh, I actually forgot last time I added a pizza box here. And as you can tell, they've eaten out the bottom of it. I do have some fruit flies in here, it looks like, but not a big deal. I found that they are contained very well in this system typically when I do have them. You can see that there's some white bugs on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just flip this over here. They've already eaten out the bottom of this, which is nice though. So as we dig down in here, it's a little dry. There's something definitely, you can tell by the white stuff in here, there's something growing. I don't know what this is. It's a mold or a fungus or something that's growing in here, slowly eating stuff. This is a towel. It's a little bit dry. Probably need a little bit more water in here, but I haven't really fed them in a while either, which we're going to do here in a minute too. So, as I said, this is one of my go-to bins. I've been loading this up before, and I tried to let it sit for a bit and dry out, and also let the food sort of dissipate a little bit. See, as you can tell, there's a root structure in here. Something in here is definitely growing. So you can see all this section over here, and it's definitely some sort of root. So there's some sort of plant or something in here, or mold, or that's growing. But and you can tell it's actually, this feels really like it's really caked on in here. So, but that happens. I'm not doing anything about it really. I'm not spraying anything or doing anything like that. It is dry in here. Definitely a little bit drier than I would like, but I found that this bag system runs a little bit drier than the other ones. Because of the mesh netting on top, a lot of the moisture evaporates out. So you can actually put a lot more moist foods in here, which is what I'm going to be doing here. Let me just see if we can dig down over here maybe. I don't realize how much bedding I had in here. Again, this is that layer where we have all that plant growth of some sort. It seems to be making a barrier almost. And you get down here, just show you what this looks like down here. Look at the worms down in here, and look how nice that soil looks. So it's just crumbly, nice and dry. There's almost a ball of worms in here actually. So as you can see right here, plenty of worms in this lower section. So we're going to kind of cover this back up a little bit. And now we're going to feed them. This is going to be a quick video here. Oop, I got a worm on me. So we're going to feed them. I don't need to add any more paper. I wasn't sure if they'd come up further than if they'd eaten their way more so into here or not, but they haven't. So I've got all these pizza boxes I've been trying to get rid of, so I've been throwing these in here full like this as a covering on top where the moisture can sort of hit it and rebound and go back into the system. It just does appear that this has a lot of the fruit flies in it, but I'm going to add a whole bunch of food here. So as you know, I usually add frozen food, and I'm adding all this frozen food right here. This is a huge mixture of food. So this is watermelon, some carrots, and strands of, I think that's cucumber that have the wax on them that they don't have no problem taking care of, by the way. So this is this cucumber had like a wax coating on it. So it's an all natural, you can eat it. I think it tastes kind of terrible. So I usually peel them and throw them in the bin. Banana peels, and then I think outside of carrot skins from peeling this before I put them in salad. So we've got a lot of fruit, a lot of veggies in here. It's a good mixture. Actually, except for the carrots, this is all fruit. So, but this should go pretty quickly. So we're going to put this in here. We're going to kind of cover this up a little bit. And we're going to put this box right back over top, just like that. And I'm going to put some more paper over top of this, just as a barrier. As you can tell, I don't mind adding a lot of cardboard to my bins. So we're going to just kind of move that around the edges here. And now the moisture is going to be hitting the top of this cardboard and going back down. So we're not going to add any moisture because the watermelon usually has quite a bit of moisture to it. So we're going to leave that as is. But that's my update for this bin. It's doing really well. It's probably, with its height now, it's probably ready for a harvest. You know, I'll probably maybe make a video in a week or two about that, you know, and do a second harvest from this bin. It seems to be getting a little bit better. The castings have moved up a little bit, so I hopefully won't get as much of the cardboard out when I do the harvest as I did last time. But it's moving really well, and it's working really well. And I have to say, it's been a great bin. It's been tough. As you can tell, it's really holding up well. The frame, no issues with the frame there. So it's been working really well, and it's very solid. I actually do use this sometimes as a table. I'll actually put a piece of board across this, and I will use this as a table to do some of the work with my worms. So that's one of the things that I will say that's an advantage about this, is that this, because I made this a nice flat surface and this is really solid, you can actually put some weight on here. You could even, if you wanted to, you could actually probably, if I had this maybe a little bit lower and even had like another level, I could even put like bins and stack bins right above it probably without any issues. So, you know, you could even extend these poles on the sides. I don't know if you can see them or not, but these poles that hold this all together, you could probably have them going up and actually have two of these stacked right on top of each other, and then even put the tray in underneath to harvest, and it'll be able to hold it all. So it's a little bit different of a system with how solid it is. So that's my update, and thank you very much, and please subscribe to my channel.